Give me a few seconds. Let me see if I can get this working. You know how finicky it is. Wow. At some point, we're going to start our stream of Danganronpa. Let's see if we can get this working before the ads. There we go. Nice. We finally did it. So, let me mute this real quick. Welcome, everybody, to, Tabletop Hazard. Zuzuma's Havoc, Humpday. Honestly, I'm trying my best here. I've had a very long day. Very tired. I hope to keep the upbeat going for a little bit longer. And hopefully we'll stream into Knots' raid. So, you gotta let me know how the volume is. I got the voice volume all the way up. But I got the background music pretty down. Seems good? Alrighty then. It looks like everything's working the way it's supposed to do. Let's see. I forgot about this part. Okay, so load game. Did we lose our file again? Let's hope not. Let's see, we're in chapter 4. This has to be it, right? Yes! This is it! All seems okay. A-okay. That is great. Let's see, ads will start in about a minute and a half. We're gonna actually snooze that. We're gonna snooze it for about 5 minutes. Let's see. Monokuma made his announcement and everyone began to meet up one after another. And then the ultimate martial artist. Oh, hold on, voices. A locked room murder mystery. So you know what that is? Well, why shouldn't I be surprised? You're Monokuma. What? Oh, I just recently discovered the power of emoticons. Hello, welcome to the chat, Jade. How are you doing? How is everyone doing? You know what? Whoops. What button did I hit? Okay, there it goes. So I did that for 1-to-1 and another ad break coming in. If you want to join in on the Discord, you're welcome to do so. Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive. For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. It's D. That is just plain creepy. And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put in a sad face, it makes it look super negative. Hold on, I gotta see this. I'm out and about, so I won't be able to join this time, sadly. Well, that's fine. I hope I make this entertaining for you while you're out doing your thing. Do you have 100 friends? Frowny, frowny, teary.
He's right. That does make it seem sad.
Now then, please get on the elevator. I'll see you all down there.
What was that? I don't get it.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
I don't think I'm acting casual. I didn't murder anyone.
Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? Whatever.
Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. The killer. The one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know. And yet someone killed her. And that person is here? The person is one of us? So let me check something. I messed with the options and I want to see if it's still correct. No. So, because... Let me see if these settings help at all. Maybe go back to medium. There we go. It seems to have saved. I need that reticle speed to go a little faster. Ad break and crab rape. Oh, thank you for the redeem, JD. Ooh, bum 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 bum. We are about to do this, find the trial of whoever did this. And I will say this, the trial will be easier to do because they'll be doing their own voices. I know there's no voice today. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It wasn't me. The culprit is one of us. Make no mistake about that.
Because I didn't do it. How many times do I have to tell you?
Come on, it's time to put it in this. I make my way through so I meant to get Ayoli or Hina. So, oops. But with each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it will never get any easier. We climb into our steel prison in total silence. We watch the doors close. I'm going to switch over to the actual mouse. Stream's still going. And felt it begin in a sinister descent. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sound. It fell lower and lower. And as suddenly as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again. So they are changing the patterns of the courtroom, because this was not in here last time. Just the 6 of you, huh? Really? That's so few. You must be lonely. You say that like it's not your fault that we're all that's left. I wonder, when the class trial ends with one less classmate again? Or will your school life come to an end completely? Are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened for the fourth time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. I don't see my mouse anywhere. So I'm just gonna use the buttons to my advantage. So gonna review the truth bullets. Victim was Sakura. Time of death is estimated around 12 noon. The body was discovered in a rec room on the 3rd floor of this building. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems like at some point the victim suffered from a violent vomiting of blood. Ugh, I'm gonna have to use the controller for this part. Now let's see. Oh, it has the explanations up there, don't it? A chair has been jammed against the door within the rec room, blocking access from the outside. It is believed that the killer did this to create a locked room scenario. Sakura was found dead, seated in a chair, slumping forward. Traces of blood were found around her mouth, presumably from where she vomited blood. However, there was no injury or indication as to why she would have vomited blood. A bloodstain was found in front of the shelf of the magazines. The blood is presumed to be Sakura's. There is currently no explanation for how a bloodstain would have appeared so far away from where the victim was found. At one point, Ali had been injured and taken to the nurse's office. After she was taken care of, she gave a piece of candy to Sakura, which had this type of wrapper. According to Ali, she had monopolized this candy as soon as it had become available, so obtaining a piece would have been difficult to impossible. There were pieces of red glass scattered near the table in the rec room. After finding the top and the bottom pieces, it was concluded that the shards must have come from a bottle. A Monokuma figure was found laying on the rec room floor. It would have fit roughly in the palm of your hand. There are a number of red bottles on the shelf in the rec room. Inside each bottle is a Monokuma figure. There's the king, the bishop. Wait, the bishop. I don't remember my knight pieces. I know that the horse is the knight, right? I know there's the pawn. I know there's the queen. I know there's... Is the king missing? So it's the bishop. If you asked me any other day, I would tell you what the chess pieces were, but definitely not right now. Additionally, there seems to be some kind of unknown correlation between the bottles. It's pretty obvious. But yeah, high school students. We don't notice things right off bat. And I say we as in Makoto. An empty protein drink was found near the rec room. The container had a label of Chem A2. The shards of the glass from the window that was broken to get into the rec room were found both around and underneath the container. A fresh handprint was found inside the rec room's open locker. Since the locker was open before they opened the locked room, there's no way someone was hiding in it before they arrived. Sakura had written notes to Toko, Byakuya, and Yashishira asking them to meet her in the rec room by noon. She had slid these notes underneath each person's room door. Byakuya confirmed he received a note, but never went to see her. He had actually not seen her at all that day. Toko confirmed that she received Sakura's note, but also claimed that she never went to see her. A small bit of garbage accidentally fell out of Yashihiro's pocket. It was a piece of paper with the red polka dots on it. Yellow powder was found at the instep of Sakura's foot. Sakura suffered 2 blows to the head, not 1. No blood was found on either of her hands. So that's the examination that Kyoko found out. All the Monokuma bottles appear to be roughly the same weight. However, when the bottle shards were weighed against the intact bottle, the shards were found to be heavier. On the magazine shelf, one magazine had been put upside down. Inside this magazine, Toko's name had been written in blood. It is assumed that whoever wrote it used their finger to do so, but there was no blood found on Sakura's fingers. Right? On the shelf in the chem lab, Section A contains supplements, Section B contains reagents, and Section C contains harmful chemicals. A bottle of poison had been labeled as Section C had been placed in Section A of the shelf. There was a broken bottle in front of the chem lab shelf, which is labeled Chem C4. The powder on the floor is assumed to have come from this. According to Byakuya, the powder would have been spilled after the incident took place. Someone had left their footprints in the powder spill in the chem lab. These footprints appeared only near the leftmost section of the shelf. From this, it can be assumed that the suspect only had business in this area. Okay. So let's set some skills up. See which one. We got the cool and composed from Byakuya. Cost 2. Can I not use it? Do I have a set amount? I got plenty. Breathing technique. So I got plenty. So why won't it? Well, I guess it's just not going to let me have it, is there? Is there a limit to what I can have? Attentive, vocabulary, melodious is 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's a 5 shooter? That's weird. Oh well. Finish preparations. I think we got this.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
Oh, straight to the gun.
Oh, deja vu.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you. I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Can y'all hear the voices okay? Hina seems really sure that one of those 3 is the killer. But she must have some reason for believing that. Make your argument. Aoi's account.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason did you have
Okay.
to say so?
That's that.
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense. That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you could get.
Let's see. I gotta figure out which one does the speed up again.
Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense. That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low.
I need to go
That's
here.
about as low
Dun
as
dun dun.
you get. It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense. That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
Okay, so let's see if I actually know what I'm doing.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason?
So, influence gauge, determine, control with shift, and silencer, fast forward control. Open the handbook menu, F1, left mouse button, select truth bullet, concentrate. Okay.
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense. That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
Focus! Okay, great. Hero's fine.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
I can't disagree with Hina. There's a good reason to suspect all three of them. Then does that mean one of them did it? Pocket trash.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
No, it's wrong.
Ha 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 ha! We're not gonna finish that. We already know.
Kira, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's,
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy.
I love how she says monopolized. Like.
So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hero, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura. It's the only explanation.
well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Okay, let me get to my mouse pad. It got crooked. So I don't want it to hurt my wrist.
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
The what Hero said can't be right, because Sakura could have gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. And the reason I know that is...
I got it!
Alright.
I'm not sure about that, Hero. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy until after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it! I mean, what I meant was, oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. Got a problem with that?
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me!
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious!
More hostile.
It's not just normal hostility! You're the real culprit! I even have proof!
Huh? Proof? What are you talking about?
about her shining message.
What would a shining message even be?
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood. It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Hero, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime.
Go Kyoko!
So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Huh? Hold on. But when Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message, it was...
I got it! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense.
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
There's definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case, that clearly contradicts what Hiro told us. So it looks like we're going to have to catch him in a lie.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
He said he saw the dying message when he first found the body. Okay. But at the time, where was the magazine? So... So, there's got to be a truth to this that I'm not seeing. Ogre's body was discovered. It was only after the investigation had begun. Is that it? That has to be it.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
Whoops.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message.
It was only after I found the magazine.
When I pulled it out, I saw her final...
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem?
Oh, I did the wrong one.
Makes total sense.
I'm gonna try it like this. My first plan.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
Shoot.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem?
Okay, it has to be that.
What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
No! Oh.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
I got this. Yeah, no need to panic. This is specifically why I chose to do it now instead of before.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
So I would have to do it right
I found
there.
the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
Shoot.
When I pulled it
I'm
out,
wasting all my
I saw
time.
the final words.
Alright.
Total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
Shoot.
And
I have to do it double,
I found
double.
the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
Okay, I got this. I got this. I have to do it double, and then I
can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
did.
Tell you when
I messed
found
up.
the dying message.
I said my
It was
plan.
only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her.
There we go. Brush it up just a bit.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
Well, that worked. That worked. I finally got it.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it. After we'd begun the investigation, and you weren't at the murder scene. So there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hero. When did you see the message?
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is. Toko!
I don't even know where to begin with that one. He's just trying to confuse
Can you
us.
turn the background up just a tad? Sure. Hold on. Let's see. Maybe. Yes. That better?
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Nice.
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Without a doubt? No, I absolutely do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. Whoops.
Show me
Okay.
the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest.
Controls. Lock on, right mouse, reload, tab key. That's what I'm looking for. So.
I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. The end is nigh. Can't hear you, can't hear you. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right.
Got him.
Show me the proof.
This should prove it.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message.
Thank you for the lurk, Pearl Shadow Kitty.
Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger, but both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Say what?
Who did write it?
Hero could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Ah! He admits.
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
You're admitting to killing her?
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
When I got there,
Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well. Okay. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Oh, sure, thanks.
that's all she said. After that, I just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me.
Uh-oh.
She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hero's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hero's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
So what about Hero that doesn't make sense? What would he have had to do after writing the message? It doesn't make sense. There.
I got it! That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
Huh?
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh. Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Toko.
I got it!
Seems right.
It had to be Toko, right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Was he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room? Why would I have... Wait! But more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right? Hero just admitted it.
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hero isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just...
She did the second bottle attack.
Hero, tell us what happened one more time.
Sakura was hit
If
twice.
we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
We haven't reached the end of the case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer. And I have to prove that. Status of Sakura's body or yellow powder.
I didn't want to, but I did it.
Let me check something real quick. The mouse wheel. Okay.
I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered, and she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious? Hero really is the killer!
Let's see. So I think this is the right one.
I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby,
Whoops!
and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once.
No, that's wrong. Sorry, my mouse got caught on something.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Two?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And
Nice.
this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to
You are never letting that go, are you? At least someone's brave enough to do it.
But I only hit her
I don't see you doing it, Byakuya.
wounds.
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves.
There's 2 missing.
Something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf. And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
The correlation between the Monokuma bottles, the connection must be the object that the Monokuma figure each bottle was holding. So, depending on how long this is. Okay. Chess. How would you say this? So I have to go for an E, right? I before E except after C.
Now I understand. That's it. The chess pieces. Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
king, rook, bishop, pawn. Definitely remember seeing.
So it is the bishop. And then the rook. Why can I never remember the rook?
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook,
So it's the queen that was missing, right?
What was left intact at the crime scene were the king,
Yeah, it's the queen that's missing.
bishop, and pawn. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene.
The queen has disappeared! The queen has disappeared!
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe
I got it!
Yeah, it's not excited.
Must have been broken
What makes you so sure?
because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
See, the evidence that proves it. The bottle experiment.
I got it!
So my gauge is slowly getting back up.
Yoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles.
And I think I know where Toko was hiding at.
The collection of pieces was heavy. And the reason for that is there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
so. From this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime, but someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
There can be no doubt that the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. It must have been used by
I got it!
the bull and the
The bottle that
aficionado.
was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko?
I feel bad for Sakura because at least 2 people tried to get rid of her. And I wonder if Byakuya was even brave enough to do it. Because he's letting everyone else do the dirty work. I mean, he even set up that fake crime scene back in chapter 2.
And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
And I think the investigation is wanting to lean towards that Byakuya done the poison. But I don't think that's the case because of our whole interaction with him back in the lab. He couldn't have done it. He was way too calm. He would have gotten rid of the evidence. Plus, there's that yellow powder.
Wait, I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
And thus, the reverse has started.
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her.
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am.
Yeah, it turns out I'm not a murderer. I'll admit when I didn't murder anyone on accident.
I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. To stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
You did? That was important to note.
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
After the
simple explanation for a simple guy.
Someone tighten the screws on his brain. I think they've come loose.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
What? Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
Weren't you ganging up on Hero just a little while ago? No, it's not ridiculous at all. I need proof that shows Toko was hiding in the rec room. And I have it. She left it there for anyone to find. Yes, please. Oh, come on. That's mean. But from now on, you're going to have to pay a little extra attention. Now you have to choose the proper truth bullet. You'll select it the same way as during the non-stop debate. Simply press the Q or use the mouse wheel. Also, like the debate, if your logic difficulty is set to kind, you'll have 4 bullets to choose from. But for educational purposes, we're going to pretend you set it to me regardless. Just this once, okay? Oh, by the way, you're about halfway through the game now. Go you! Thank you, game. Thank you for reminding me about the perilous journey I still have ahead of me. Well then, good luck and have fun.
It's a lie. I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie! That's enough! It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie! It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. That's enough!
This should prove it.
The locker handprint. I had to do that on a whim. I didn't have time to talk about what I was doing.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up.
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
She'll do it when Bianca would ask her, but when we ask her, she's all fighting and everything. But dear Master Bianca will ask precious little Toka, she's gonna be, okay, Master, I'll tell you. That is so on cue for the characters.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura! No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
Probably didn't kill her.
Once again! Again!
Straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on, so I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
No!
Really?
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura? After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I started, there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me.
Oh, that's a visual.
When I saw that blood, I fainted. Right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Her? You mean she can transform at will?
Guess who's back?
It can't actually be like, is she just thinking she wants to come out and she just instinctively choose? Or is it just like is it like she thinks that's how it works and so she does it when really that's not how it works at all? It's just psychological.
It was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories, so I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me away. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
Yes, time for the hydrate. Thank you so much, 121.
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's, but anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
So that's good. Keep talking like that and Hina's gonna...
Then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
Huh, I thought for sure you would have had some words for Hero on that one.
Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No, not quite yet.
Huh? Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
It wasn't?
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
It's not over yet, is it? The one who killed Sakura is... Kyoka, status of Sakura's body, yellow powder.
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
So I think I see where the issue is.
You were taken by surprise. You smashed her head in?
You got it!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
Got it.
No, it's wrong. We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
That had to be it. The evidence that proves that there was an attack in front of the magazine shelf. Right here.
I got it! Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I can move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
That's not right.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door?
Okay. We're about an hour in. I am going to take my chance and go and take a quick break. So I'm going to take about 10 minute break, and we'll rejoin on this trial here in a little bit.
Hey, back. Let's see. Adjusting the volume a little bit. Hey, see, I'm glad you're still with us, Jade.
While everything was all confused and hectic,
Whoops.
she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
So, in case you guys didn't hear that, we're talking about Toka again. So I gotta go back over to the game, and here we go. Squeaky chair time. Squeaky chair. Ouch. Hold on. Alrighty, back. Squeaky chair. Squeaky chair did not appreciate being messed with. Okay.
No, I don't think that's possible.
The reason that there's no way Toka was hiding in the locker is because it's all for
I
herself.
got it! Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
Is the music part of the game? Yes, the music is part of the game. I did turn it all the way down. What I can do is options. See this top thing, purple? It handles the volume. This handles the voices, and this handles the sound effects for the buttons and whatnot, the guns and whatnot. Now what I can try to do is turn it up on the game and try to turn my mic down. That could work because unlike in the Pokemon run, I'm closer to the mic now. So is this better? Is this better? Yay, thank you for the dinosaur. Dino dance. Because I want this stream to be enjoyed by everyone here, not just one select person or another. And I don't want one person to be in complete misery either. I hear the music loud over the music, and
Okay. So, should I turn it down, is what you're saying? How's that? Or I can just do it like that. That's why I have the voices so high up. But I can't get it any higher than that. Let's see. The background was so low before. Don't hear the characters. How's that? Well, you won't know until I press some buttons.
'Cause I'm Batman.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
This will work. I know you played voice characters. I suppose I can read what they're saying right after they say it. I mean... You have a nicer voice. Okay, so I'll read it after the characters have done said it. And surely we can hit a medium in between there. But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head. And?
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
That's because you're overlooking vital information.
That's because you're overlooking vital information. Could we really be missing something so important? If there's another possible explanation, maybe it's... Yellow powder, Monokuma File 4, and Awie's account.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
That was a little easier. Means I can get my gauge back up again.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood.
Yeah. Initially, that's what I thought was happening in front of the magazine shelf.
I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees! She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
I got it! The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
Huh? But you just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
Huh? Master!
Ugh, that tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
Oh, okay. I had the mic off. What? I can't believe it. I had the mic off all along. I'm so sorry. Welcome in, Raiders. That was a rookie mistake. we can hear you now. Let me try that again. I didn't get the sound alert, but I happened to be looking at the chest. Text. Welcome in, Raiders. Biscuit Cookie. Netflix and chillin'. What were you watching?
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Kyoko took the bottle from the aqua and scraped out a bit of the contents with one finger. She touched her finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder.
They were watching Flash. Oh, cool. The Flash. Is it like the CW version? Or is it a different version?
Which makes one wonder. The poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder, which would mean that conversely, the poison must have been in. Could it be Hangman's Gambit? So I gotta find our letters. So I'm guessing it's protein drink.
Now I understand.
The protein drink is what that spells like. Now turn up your voice a little. I'll just make
The
it
poison
shrieker.
must have been poured into the protein can.
There were, yes, the CW version. Nice. Come on. Ooh. Peeking. Is that better? I'm trying to find the right voice.
If the protein's in the poison bottle, it
Perfect.
seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Alright, so
Absolutely.
the contents.
The contents of each container were switched.
Switch. I don't see why they would bother switching it. Wouldn't they just put the poison straight in the drink?
So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can.
Now Batman Venice. This? I don't know if I do Batman. Cause I'm Batman. Cause I'm Batman. Cause I'm Batman. Sorry, Jade. My voice is too feminine. Ugh. Batman. Batman.
Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Something at the...
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
Dun dun dun! This is not justice.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
The evidence that shows who switched them. It has to be. It has to be. That sounds more hoity-toity. Then again, I don't know my own voice.
I got it!
Okay.
The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected.
We'll have Zanzu take care of Batman voice from here on out. He can do Batman, he can do Stitch. I can do Banshee. I mean, I can be like the screeching ghost for you guys if you want. Or the cutesy Pokemon. Cliffy, Pikachu!
What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me. The footprints. They're mine.
That's not true. I already have proof.
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Then, Ogre's killer was...
Yep, I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected.
Yakima, you're wrong.
The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Sneakers, huh? The only person wearing sneakers would be... Wait.
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her.
That's not right. And I have proof.
She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us.
I don't think Hina killed Sakura. I think, if I'm right, and this is a very grim thought, it must mean that Sakura killed herself.
I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
I think Sakura did it in herself, and the reason she asked everyone to come in was so that she could prove they would be eyewitnesses that nobody would kill her. But since they all left in a rush, she did the only thing she could think of to do, and that was to lock the door. I mean, the objective was that she had to kill somebody. There was a hostage. I remember there being a hostage. So if she killed herself, she still killed someone. Then again, that's my hypothesis.
Hina, is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then...
Hold it! I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind.
That's not what we're claiming.
Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism, but there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
Be happy I can't get to the bit redeems from mobile. Oh, hello, Zanzu. Welcome back to the stream. Or welcome back. I thought you were asleep. Did we wake you? Or something wake you or something? Something or something. I was asleep. Well, I hope you're enjoying the stream. I think we're in an ad right now. I'm not sure. I'm having to do this from the actual game because the mouse does not work from the OBS. So I can't see all the sound alerts, so I'm going to have to rely on the chat from the phone to tell me what's going on for the most part. But that also means that... Thank you, Jay. Thank you. You got me. I didn't scream because the sound alerts was turned so low, and I'm pretty sure I didn't do it. It was turned so low. You're welcome. Yes, ad break in 10 seconds. It ends in 10 seconds, I should say. So now that I'm back. Oh man, I didn't know. If it wasn't so involved in my thought process, I would have probably jumped a little more. I don't actually see it too, so I'm looking at the game, not the OBS.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
During ad break, I'll look at the settings. Okay, hold on.
That was...
And I think Hina just wants to take everyone down. At this point. Because she gets nothing else from this.
I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
Hold on just a second.
Also, I saw that message, Jade. You'll probably get me next time. Yeah. And I say that because I scare too easy. What has happened? No! No! My game disappeared! Come back, game! Monokuma did this. We were getting too close to the truth. Well, we'll worry about it next stream. Okay, we're back. Let's see, let's check the sound settings. Everything looks good from the sound settings. So I didn't notice I left the footprint.
You didn't notice?
Okay. Look.
Okay, what was that? Death, what kind? Instant.
I see all those twerps you're redeeming there, Tabletop. AKA me, who's streaming. AKA Zanzu. You didn't notice.
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Does it sound doubled on your end, guys? Okay. Zanzu, be Batman.
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
So how's the audio, guys?
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit.
Audio is fine. No double. Great. No double.
There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Because I'm Batman.
Zanzu, get out of here! Get out of here! Good grief! Oh. There's your jump scare. There's your jump scare, everyone. Practically jumped from my seat.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf.
I was not in direct eye contact, by the way, Sansu. The best part is she watched me bend. I saw you bend over, and I happened to be glancing at you from the side eye, but I did not expect you to actually do that Batman voice. And I jumped. And then I turned and yelled at you, because you deserved it.
And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A.
Poor
Do I have that
Sansu getting
correct?
yelled at. Batman again. Purple Shadow Kitty, you're this close to getting banned. Getting yelled. He deserves it. I was asked to do the Batman. I did as I was asked.
Yeah.
Isn't that a little strange?
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long? Until we figure it out. Until I uncover the full truth of this case. Footprints in the powder, chem lab shelf, source of the powder. So this is going to be a hard
First, I
one.
went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A. And that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
Which direction were they facing? Is that where you're getting at, Makoto? So let's look back at this. First I went to Section C, that's when I grabbed the poison, and you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf. Yeah, when I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it. Okay, moved. From Section C to Section A. Put the powder back in Section A. So she said she grabbed the powder and moved from Section... There would have been footprints there. So what's available for my truth bullets again? Those facts clearly contradict.
First, I went to
chem
Section
lab
C.
shelf.
That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
There's no silencer
Yeah.
either.
When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
I appreciate the easy one. Help me get me back into the game after my heart jumped out of my
You
chest.
said you went to get the poison from Section C. And that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
What?
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I left a footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Language, Byakuya.
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Well, you see...
What the hell? What's going on here?
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
What?
You messed up royally, Byakuya. So much for claiming to be intelligent. He technically didn't use bad language. Well, maybe it's just a personal thing for me, but I just don't like it when people say WTH, you know? It's just my personal opinion. I've always been taught that, well, it's not just me, but it's just, you know, I know that strictly from my point of view, I was always told that that's an ugly or vulgar way of talking, so he didn't say H the first time he stopped. Fair enough.
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
I did?
The powder.
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
A piece of glass.
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle, and the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
Oh, now that's smug.
But, what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Huh? Me?
Of course you're gonna leave it to me to explain it.
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
The shard of glass, light blue glass, Kyoko found in a bottle of poison. I think I remember it now. I broke this in the same shade of blue, the rec room window.
It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question.
How did the bottle get on top of the glass?
How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was it the bottle of poison should have been? According to what Hina told us. Oh, I'm gonna guess she said she put the bottle back.
I got it!
Okay.
The bottle of
I was
poison was
right.
left on the shelf in the chem lab.
The
That
poison
is
was
what you
switched
said,
after the body
right,
was
Hina?
found. Byakuya, stop meddling in crime scenes. That's not okay. In America, you could get arrested for that. I don't know what would happen in Japan.
And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked.
It wasn't him this time, so he didn't... Are you spoiling Sansu? Are you spoiling the show for me? Or the game? It feels like a show.
There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast.
are we, Prodigy?
I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
It's obvious this time. Elementary, my dear Watson. Alright, Sherlock, why don't you say it before I move on? You say it if you know what it is. I'll play the role of Watson if you can Sherlock this. Yeah, say it. Prove it. Suicide. I've already guessed that. I already guessed that much. I'm just trying to figure out how the container got on top of the glass.
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Hina covered it up. So Hina meddled with the crime scene.
Not at all.
Spoilers.
Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was opened. Source of powder, empty protein, green chem lab shelf. I don't think it's going to be any of
When
these.
it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind.
Oh no, they're close.
Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
When the locked room was unlocked, in other words, when I broke the window, I concentrate going.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Okay, so let's review. She's saying until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there. So it's other way. So it's blah, 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 blah. Yes, the beat. Because she's back. Other way. So end to front or front to end? Take Back Girl versus Reach Boy. Okay.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked,
Back
it
Girl.
absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible.
Let me see if I can.
It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Nope, other way around.
Shoot!
Well, that hurt. That hurt a lot
When
more
it
than
comes to
usual.
that protein can, there's not a doubt until it absolutely was.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room
So it
was
has to be the
unlocked.
other way around.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're someone plant?
No. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're someone plant?
No. It had to have been in there. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
I missed it. Hold on.
When it comes to that, there's not a doubt until it absolutely.
So you're someone plant?
No. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're
Just try
saying
one silencer.
someone planted
Okay.
it there after we got the door open?
Let's try it that
No.
way.
No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Bought me a couple of seconds.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying
Someone plant?
No. It had to have been in there the whole... It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Let's try the one that's closest.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked.
No! So it had to have been the evidence.
Shoot!
I didn't think it was the evidence. So hold on, let me look through. The locked room was unlocked. The rec room was unlocked. So let me check my...
When it comes to
I
that
got the
protein
source
can,
of powder.
there's not a doubt in my
The
mind.
chem lab shelf, empty protein
Until
tray.
the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole
Gonna
time.
check it.
It had to be. It was in there before...
Got it.
No, that's wrong.
So I was off. And I had 3 minutes to spare. 3 seconds to spare.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get...
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
Oh.
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
Got him.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched. And as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
And Hina.
if that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was?
Oh, you feeling kind of silly now,
Such a
aren't you?
ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
My, is he using manners?
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina,
He got
right?
humbled,
She
yes.
took it and gave it to Ogre.
No, she switched it
What do you
out.
think, Makoto?
Shoot!
Okay, so...
I got it!
I'm gonna learn.
I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
Yeah, Byakuya is finally learning how to be a team player now. Or how to be polite. I don't know about the team player part.
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to section C. Kyoko already showed me the evidence I need. Now I have to hit Hina with it. I have to make her accept it. So... Oh no. I'm going to die.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar!
It's rhythm
What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
This should prove it.
The yellow powder.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
The one that killed Sakura. The connection between Sakura and the poison. The unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. Select someone.
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it, all so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because
I got it!
Sakura created it.
The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you?
LOL, Monokuma forced her into the...
When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead, and because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room.
You said you were going to go get everyone else, but your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room...
I got everyone. Whoa, ogre! Oh, so she's dead, huh? Sakura's been killed. I see.
While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! I killed her! I did it!
You're trying to get everyone else killed.
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
If it gets darker, Sakura made Hina watch. What?
It's not! Nothing's
Well, thanks
over!
for spoiling things. You're just gonna ruin the whole game, aren't you?
It is. Actually, no. You're right. You have to end this properly.
So... ending this properly. So she went into the locker. Shattered. He wrote Coco. She got mad. She came out. She put the thing upside down. She grabs the thing. Now came the poison. Then she ran. Ouch. She's hurt. Poison. Wait, no, something ain't right. Okay, so no, I did that wrong.
Here's exactly what happened.
You've already solved it.
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet
We
her in the
didn't
rec
know,
room.
but she watched Sakura. I mean, that's messed up, Sansu. You're gonna just spoil the whole game? Why don't you tell us who the headmaster is?
Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot. And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked.
Traffic.
Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake.
Bit jumpy.
She put the magazine back upside down.
Yeah, he was being really jumpy. I think they all
Soon
were.
after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head.
And the girl still sat back up. Impressive.
Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened, knew that she had committed suicide.
It is. It's heartbreaking to see that.
And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground.
I'll get into more about that after this.
And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort was you, Hina.
That's rather epic. Epic looking. Dramatic.
That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened?
Were you expecting something more dramatic?
But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Ooh. Sadness. I think the worst part about this, the worst part of that is that we've always associated Sakura with strength, not knowing what was really going on behind the lines. And that's usually what occurs with suicide cases. Most of the time we see this person and they're happy and we think they got it all together, when in reality they're suffering. You're not Batman, Byakuya.
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case.
Because Byakuya has no feelings.
See? Didn't I tell you?
The same way he solved all other cases, Byakuya. Critical thinking skills. And mercy rulings.
When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Ah. He got humbled once more by Kyoko. B, of course. C! Oh, come on, B! This is my worst score yet, I think. I got an A still. I only got 87 medals that time, though. It's because I kept getting so many B's and C's. Rich guy problem. So much.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot?
It didn't seem relevant. You have to understand.
I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Yeah, Monokuma don't really read the room. I mean... I think that's... If he is really a robot, that makes sense. AI and everything. He's not built to understand emotion. He can only think logically like Byakuya. And the vote is in! The one who is guilty of the crime is... Sakura. He did get to the point.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire existence!
Okay, we're done here.
What did you say?
So that's the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
And yet you, why did you do that?
Don't be mean!
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because that's exactly what I wanted.
What? Kuma does read the room, he just tries to warp it to affect the others. Yeah, you got a point there, Sensu.
I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why
You should have been the one to die!
I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
You don't mean.
What is that voice?
You don't mean you were going to take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes.
You're serious? That's...
What is this?
You still don't understand? Then let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this.
Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's... I found it on the ground, in front of the rec room.
It's Sakura's suicide note.
Suicide note?
Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me, I'm fine.
I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me,
I can't forgive this!
my closest friend got hurt. Sakura, because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility.
Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault. Which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them.
Huh?
You asked to meet with those three? You can't! Don't you see how dangerous that is?
Don't worry, I just want to talk to him.
But...
Talk about what?
She could have talked with everyone and tried to bring it to light. Yeah, Hina did not make the smart choice. She could have just warned everybody or went to Makoto, because Makoto had obviously had Sakura's back, even when he found out that she was the spy, because he didn't jump to conclusions. Kyoko didn't. Kyoko would have arrived to a more logical conclusion. Kyoko probably could have straightened this whole thing out and Sakura wouldn't have had to die. Because she's so level-headed. And reasonable, I should say.
Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up at you at once, even you...
Hina.
Please, don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
I want to cry. Sakura. She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet...
Why?
And yet... You trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable.
No, that was a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her.
I won't forgive you.
Do you have any idea how desperate she was, seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note meant. So instead of waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you pushed her.
Huh?
Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
You came. Wait right there. I'll help you out.
Hina.
Huh?
I
am so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
I'd like some protein. Could I ask you to? Yeah, you got it. Just hang on. I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. And that's when I realized. I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by then I got there, it was already too late. Sakura!
Please!
Let me in. Please open the door.
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses, just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet,
why?
You all blamed her. I tried to protect her, and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it. Hina. We killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner, and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey! Hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt right when you were about to deliver the final tearjerker, but...
Hey!
It's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
What did you say? Everything you said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant.
What are you saying?
Of course I know what she was thinking, because her and me...
In other words...
Well, what I'm really trying to say is...
Yes, indeed!
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this?
What the heck?
Monokuma, are you bringing something up that... Oh, this is to bring despair, isn't it? It has to be. What is it?
Of course!
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. What? But Hina already...
Too bad!
Oh, I wrote that one. It was on me, baby.
It's true!
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room.
Huh?
Wait, what? You
Huh?
lied to me?
Unbelievable!
Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well now.
I can't help it if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. So dirty bear. I saw that response 1-1. I got to say one. didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little...
Damn it!
I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything.
Boom, boom.
Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around.
Phew.
Heck, even if the wheel had factored in, it still would have been between you guys.
Shing!
So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay? And scene. Cut!
And?
So then, what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator first.
Hey! Hey!
But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
I'm starting to dislike this bear more and more. It took you now to start disliking him, or you just getting to the point where you're loathing him?
But hold on.
And isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in the darkness. Gives me the willies.
Enough already.
Could you get on with it, please?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Talk about being a bustio. Alright, here we go. My good friend Hina. There's something I have to tell you.
Playing with human emotion is always a minus in my book. I'm glad you're one of those people that don't like evil characters for their sadistic ways. That would have been really awkward if you enjoyed that sort of thing, because you seem like a really nice person. Get him back, girl. Okay.
My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in this strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, that makes it even more sadder that we completed the report card with her. I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
Oh.
that's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe awesome moronic, or just moronic.
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me. Which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The Mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I decided to do as the Mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the Mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I am willing to give up my life. I like this version of Sakura better than the other version where she was in all despair. I don't know about you guys.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting? To protect us?
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Kuma exists to spread despair, and it was because of that that Hina tried to sabotage the whole thing and kill us all off. Wow. Also, we're in the ad, I think. So I don't know how many of you can hear me. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose... Gonna do a quick water. I'm wondering what bear tastes like. I heard they're rich in potion and fatty. Oh, protein. Maybe he'll eat the rich boy. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much. No normal person could do that.
However,
it was only her limited strength that made it possible. I saw that correction 1-1.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry. But please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. And Hina, obscure fat. In old North America times, they made soap from bear fat. I remember that. I remember that from, was it Beverly Hillbillies or Little House on the Prairie that I first heard that from? Off topic. Well, back on topic. Hina did the worst. She tried to bring it to a quick end in something that was unpleasant. She did the opposite. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then, when they'll see...
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But...
This is... I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close and still.
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all her meddling was, like, totally pointless.
Uh-oh.
She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other. But you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one.
Too bad.
She deserves all the blame. Everyone go blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided. What do you mean, the next victim? No one here blames anyone.
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Sarah? Because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. Kuma really likes playing around. Kuma likes breaking the rules that aren't even there. We're friends who need to work together. Well, he never made the rule that we couldn't interfere with the investigation. So by that clause, he's allowed to do the same thing. But that doesn't make the trial fair. In his eyes, it didn't. But it actually did. This is another reason I say that he probably doesn't understand emotions as much as he thinks he does. He understands basic psychology, but not the emotion behind it. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Yep. This is all because of our mislaid hatred.
Well?
I don't blame her. I can't blame her. And nobody can blame Hina either.
Ooh.
Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered. Because the one we need to destroy is you, nobody else.
What? What do you want?
What is this? That's not how this is supposed to go.
How strange.
But anyway, are you sure about that? This is a killing game. My bad. This killing game is a competition between all of you. Remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that.
Phew!
Oh, movie Byakuya, you understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There could be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I'm bowing out of the game. Byakuya! What? Psychopaths don't experience emotions to understand them. True. So what is Byakuya's point? He's definitely not a psychopath.
Huh?
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of this game. Thanks to them, it would appear that others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat
There's no
myself.
point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in it.
What?
What's going on here? Now I have only one thing to look forward to.
It's all clear now.
And I don't know, I think the stream's picking up that phone sensor. I don't know. And that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. Sociopath too, but not too sure on it, so yeah, I'm not a natural psychologist. I just guess. And sometimes I'm good at it. Byakuya, does this mean? Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking. Wherever master goes, I go. And if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire. Everyone.
Hey.
Well, now can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning? boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
What the heck?
The fun time? Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You want me to punish you guys?
It's the moment you all been waiting for. Punishment time!
What?
Wait, but Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead. You're not gonna...
But...
Is it me?
Wrong!
Oh, heavens no. Just because the Blackton is dead doesn't mean I can't sub in whatever old student I want. Didn't I tell you? I'm very particular about the Bears ×1 rule.
Listen up!
I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste.
Yahoo!
So for my special punishment, I prepared a special guest. A special guest?
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
What? No! Alter ego, no! Excavator destroyer. Oh no. So there was 2 deaths after all. You!
Oh no!
You turned him into a mangled hunk of junk!
Phew!
Phew, that really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say workout rib. Chicken's where it's at. I'm all about the grilled goodness. Fried, broiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence. Grilled is where it's at.
So,
I realize how dangerous it could be. But still, I have to do this.
but...
I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but
But still...
when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm some inhuman AI, but it's true. So it's okay. If it's for the sake...
best.
It's for the sake of everyone else. I won't be afraid. Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned to fury, black and muddy, and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you! That was my friend! How dare you kill him!
What's the matter?
Huh? You were friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball? Is that a reference to something? Like, I can't remember what it's called. But isn't that a reference to like a famous TV or movie where the guy got stranded on the island and he painted faces on the basketball? Or was it a football? I can't remember. Shut up! He wasn't just a laptop. He was my friend. Wilson! There you go, Wilson! He wasn't just a laptop. He was my friend. And you killed him. Is this what you call animism? Where soul dwells within all things? Even like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was trying to find things out, all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So, you finally noticed him.
Actually,
Finally? No. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop. And I knew you were using it to analyze data.
Wilson was a volleyball? Oh, close, I suppose. It could have been a translation error and Japan meant for it to be a volleyball. Who knows? Whatever.
I knew exactly how it was all gonna play out from the start.
What?
What are you thinking?
You knew, and you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge.
Yep.
Well, I mean, the data in the laptop, it was, I guess you could call it a gift. From me to you.
Phew.
Or maybe more like a reward. An honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So of course I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal, so I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here. Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. Yeah. You leave him in. Ironically enough, his doctor was Dr. Spalding. I can't see that emote. It looks like you're trying to leave once you want. You're done. I think next stream, instead of going straight back into Danganronpa, we might try taking a little break from it. He wanted to help at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed.
Yeah, the punishment time has made me feel a billion times better.
very nice.
Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It can make me remember that every low can get even lower.
No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everyone who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. Like EXP. You leaving because you're upset? I don't blame you. Someday, you will pay for this.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Ooh, you're getting super mad. Just like unreasonably upset.
Well?
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that,
Uh-huh.
I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
Yep.
Yeah, there's still a little bit more of Sakura's note.
Huh?
Huh? Do I have your attention now? Okay, here we go.
Hello.
Prepare your ears for the delicate tones of your truly. One other thing, Hina. There's something I like to tell you I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of the skull.
What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here. So I've learned one thing, which is the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is...
Daisy, that was a close one. Another word and we would have been hip deep in spoiler territory.
Too bad.
It's okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise. So book club is dismissed for today.
What?
What? You can't just stop at the most important bit.
It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you somebody you can't even freaking know.
You guys?
That's the whole point. It's to get back at all of you for hardening your resolve.
What's he want? You gonna hang in there for the rest of the stream? Fine. But at least Sakura's note.
I can't let any of you greaseballs have it.
Huh?
Too bad.
Sex for you, Beezer. Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
What?
There's one last line in his note.
And let me say this to the mastermind. I'm not just gonna lay down and die. I will fight you. No matter what. And that's seriously it.
Huh? Wow, what a stubborn loser, huh?
She won't lay down and die? She'll fight you?
Well, whatever. Who cares what some dead musclehead has to say?
Well?
Okay, here. You guys should try to get some rest, you know. I need you to take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think hard. Think long. Think long and hard.
Oh, good. I'm having to use my nose to do that voice. And now I feel like I got some sort of sinus problem now. I thought he would never get done. Hydrate. But what was all that about? Sakura's final message. Her last clue to help us solve the mystery of this school. The mastermind did something to us. Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over.
You...
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
Who?
What?
Hey.
No more Monokuma voice. This rest is a stream. That was a long dialogue. No more Monokuma for the rest of the stream. Answer me. What did you do to my body? The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? I mean, did the mastermind plant a bomb in us or something? And if we try to leave the school, a sensor goes off and the bomb explodes? I've seen that stuff like that in the movies and comics and stuff, so it's not totally unheard of. I think I know what it is. You think you figured it out 1-2-1? No, don't spoil it for the rest of the chat. You don't want to be like Zansu and give away all the details. No, I feel awful just thinking about it. Yeah. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo!
So, the class trial's over and Monokuma's gone.
But...
So, now what do we do? No, you already solved it.
Yes.
What else is there other than to head back up?
Oh
yeah, let's get out of here.
But, Hina must still feel responsible.
Dial back that ego a bit, girl. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would have never have lost to that kind of challenge. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones that figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up. Seriously, I'm trying. How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? Well, he's being somewhat nice. That's an improvement. I haven't reached a point where I needed someone to apologize to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then, I'll try.
Huh?
That totally wasn't normal, right? Did you just capture his flag?
No!
I cannot suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master.
Huh?
What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. Why would I ever go out for a sleazeback like him?
What did you say?
Sleazeball? Bow peasants, an ego can only take so much.
What the heck?
That's right, I called you a sleazeback, cause you are, sleazeball.
Oh, I said sleazeball. It's... Apparently, you still have a death wish.
Oh, more fighting sarcasm? No wonder you don't have any friends.
No!
Hey, stop fighting my master. You're making me jealous. I want the abuse give and take. Me! I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. And so, Sakura's class trial came to an end, and we returned to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. But the story isn't even close to over. Time kept marching on, and we all went back to our rooms, and before long, night snuck up on us.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Nighttime descended and pulled me down along with it, down into sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I'd fallen into such a deep sleep, but the night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice. Wake up. Huh? The voice dragged me from deep slumber into a hazy half-consciousness. My eyelids were like lead.
Kyoko?
How did you get in my room?
Yes, it's me.
Huh? Kyoko?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
That's weird. Usually it's the guys that sneak into the girls' rooms, not the other way around. In a flash, I was wide awake. What are you doing in here?
It's true.
My door lock doesn't lock, remember? That's only for the bathroom. That's only for the bathroom. I don't know why it's only for the bathroom, but it is. The bathrooms have the locks on them. That we talked about that in the first chapter. Yes. That's why everyone was like, why isn't Sayaka's door locking? Because it's Makoto's door. I'm here to wake you up. Oh, let's see. Wait, but my door! It was unlocked. You're unbelievably careless. It was unlocked? Are you serious?
Hey.
Always. And you don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised. What time is it?
Correct.
3 o'clock. In the morning, of course. It's 3 a.m.? Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour? It's so late. What happened?
Makoto.
I have a favor to ask. What's your favor?
So...
Remember what Sakura said at the end of her note? I'm not just gonna go lay down and die. I will fight you. I want to find out what she meant by that. Okay, but how do you plan on doing that? Then Kyoko put her lips next to my ear and whispered. The data center on the 4th floor. What?
Goodbye.
I'll meet you there. Without another word, she was gone. What? Her words reverberated through my half-dazed head. The data center? But I thought it was locked. Okay, so I have to just leave the door. So. Well, I got the controller now. Leave the area. I made my way into the after-hours school and headed for the data center on the 4th floor. Eventually, I wound up at the data center, but when I arrived, Kyoko's not here. That's weird. She said she'd meet me. Is it maybe inside? Is she maybe inside already? I put my hand to the door, and with a certain amount of force,
It didn't open. I tried again, but it must be locked. What was it that Kyoko said? The data center on the 4th floor.
What's this?
Oh, what are you doing up, mister? I told you I wasn't doing the, no stuff level, boo. I told you I ain't doing the voice no more for the rest of the stream. Ah!
Damn it!
Breaking into a locked room is incredibly prohibited, don't you know? Oh, well, I just... You're trying to tell me you didn't actually bust in yet, right?
Hey!
I can see that you don't. Don't waste my time telling me crap I can see for myself.
Unbelievable.
It looks like you might break in any second, so I thought I'd give you a friendly reminder. Or are you gonna try and tell me you were sleepwalking or something? No, nothing like that. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, for crying out loud. Even I get tired, you know. Stop being weird and go back to bed. What's wrong now?
Just a second.
Why are you out here making a racket? Kyoko!
You too? You guys?
Whatever, the 2 of you, just get back to bed. I'm positively exhausted from the class trial.
It's true.
Sure, you got it. Come on, Makoto, let's head back. Well, she was testing something and she used me as a guinea pig! Again!
Hey,
Didn't you hear me? We're leaving. I have no idea what's going on anymore.
shall we go?
And I think it wasn't just Makoto that just said that. I think that came from me too. Don't worry about it. Let's just go. Okay. Yeah, go! Get out of here! Shoo shoo! Kumi gets tired too. Dun dun dun! So we left and went back to our rooms. And then...
Goodbye.
Hold on! Listen, what was all of that about just now? She woke me up, made me go to the data center, which so happened to be locked. And then she shows up late and leaves without checking a single thing? What was the point of all that?
Whew.
Don't worry about it. I figured that would be the end of our conversation, just like always, but
Goodbye.
good night. Sure. And then that was over. But as I turned to leave,
Mukuro Ikusaba.
what? Kyoko was right next to me once again, whispering into my ear.
Mukuro Ikusaba. The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
What? All-star apologies. The end. 6 students remaining. Or is there? To be continued. You received the altar lump. Save data. 4 by Gore. So let's overwrite.
Mukuro Ikusaba. Mukuro Ikusaba. The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Kyoko had told me to watch out for her. Mukuro Ikusaba. That was 3 days before the next incident. 3 days before we would be faced with another... A little heads up before you come to the door. Sibling trouble. Think me mostly. 3 days before we would be faced with another murder. 3 days before the worst thing so far would reveal itself.
Because I'm Batman!
Get out of here! Go back to bed! In the meantime, the day after Sakura's class trial, that morning in the dining hall. So let's begin the usual post-trial investigation. Hey, didn't you make a small... Hey, you didn't even make small talk or anything. Wouldn't just get straight to the point like that? If you want to keep up with me, you must refrain from pointless small talk. How high is that horse of yours?
Well?
He acts like that just to hide his own insecurities. That's what I like to think anyway. Regardless, if you want to defeat the mastermind, you need to follow my lead. There we go. That humbleness, gone. Out the window. They creep around the school like a mouse, but the mastermind's pride is bloated as a cow's udder.
In the name of my family.
And no matter what it takes, I will rid this world of them.
Huh?
Hey, Toko, you've been pretty quiet.
Whoa!
Man, you're so bored now. You just sit there like a mushroom. Gonna start calling you Miss Mushroom.
What's your deal?
She didn't snap back at you. Her talking makes things difficult, so I told her not to open her mouth without permission. But she can't open her mouth. She can't eat or drink water. I don't care.
How about that?
Oh, you're okay with that, Toko? Yeah, how low is that rock you're hiding under?
Whew.
I believe this is the small talk Byakuya warned us against.
Come on.
And yet, I let myself get involved. But it is now finished. I will never allow you to drag me down to your level again.
Let's go.
Yeah, I bet he likes mushrooms. We're going to begin our search. Stop running your mouse and start moving your legs. Pressured by an obviously irritated Byakuya, we all started our exploration. Okay, so we're going to call this end of stream. What I'll probably do is that next stream, we've already hit the halfway point for this game. I know, 7 chapters, and yet when we only at chapter 5, it feels too much. But I think what would be really good for us is that so close to the end, right? I think that what we're going to do is go ahead and call it stream. We're going to raid into the birthday boy. You all know who I'm talking about. And then next week we're going to... Yeah, there you go. There you go. We are going to raid into the birthday boy. Next week, I will say that color in this world does matter. Let's see. Yep, it works for mine then too. So... And next week, we're going to take a small break from Danganronpa and play something else. I don't know. Everyone together. Let me spell the name. I spelled it with a B instead of an N. We're gonna take a break, do a different stream. Yeah, Jade, you gotta do it too. And we're gonna do a different stream just to lighten up our Thursday just a little bit. I got a special game for you guys. I don't know if you know of the game Henry Stickmin Collection. Have any of you heard it? Heard of it? Okay, so you think you have. I wouldn't be surprised. It's actually a older game. I don't remember exactly when this was released, the first one. But it was originally on Newgrounds for free. And over some time, it developed into its own fandom. And Friday, you plan on doing something too? That's interesting. It's a fun game where the fails are more fun than the success. It's lighthearted, it's fun. I'm sure it'll only take us one stream to finish. If not, we can finish up the next stream after and then head on over back to Danganronpa. Because it's good to mix things up a little bit. Let's see. Everyone ready for the raid? Yeah, everyone's looks like it. 3 viewers. That can't be right. Someone went on someone left, I think. Or maybe it's just weird. I'm sure you enjoy Henry Stickmin. If we don't finish it next week, we'll definitely do it the week after. And then we'll start on Danganronpa back up. And then Monday will be the same. We'll do Pokemon Nuzlocke. But Henry Stickmin, it is a series created on new grounds originally, and over time it gained its own popularity, its own fandom. Eventually the final game was released. Saturday is Fate, yes. It released its own game. The final game. Which you did have to pay for, yes, but it was the final wrap-up for the series, and eventually it did end. It's lighthearted. It's basically a love letter to all nerds and memers and video games. So, about 5 seconds to raid. Here we go.